आज के बाद जॉब करेंगे, जॉब के लिए तैयारी करेंगे, कितने लोग बीबीए के हैं और कितने बीसीए के कर रहे हैं? और बीकॉम मेरी आवाज आ रही होगी। तो बीबीए के बाद क्या जॉब होगी, इसके बारे में सोचा है क्या? कोई ला रहा है क्या ये कटिंग करने के लिए? हाँ, ये लैपटॉप कटिंग करना है मेरा। आ रहे हैं। तो बीबीए के अंदर कौन कौन स्टूडेंट्स हैं? क्या नाम है बेटे आपका? यस, बीबीए के बाद क्या जॉब है बेटे? उससे पहले जॉब एमबीए करोगे और एमबीए करके किस चीज में स्पेशलाइजेशन करोगे? तो बेसिकली क्या है कि क्लास में जब मैं मिला था तो मैंने अपने आप को इंट्रोड्यूस किया था। मैं टेक समझ था ग्लोबल हेड फॉर डिजिटल बिजनेस और करीब $500 मिलियन का मेरा पोर्टफोलियो था। उसके बाद मैं एक अमेरिकन कंपनी का सीईओ और फिर लावा इंटरनेशनल जो मोबाइल मैन्युफैक्चरिंग है उसका प्रेसिडेंट। आज की तारीख में मैं करीब 15 कंपनीज में बोर्ड ऑफ डायरेक्टर्स में हूँ और काफ़ी स्टार्टअप्स को मेंटर करता हूँ। और लास्ट ईयर मेरी मुलाकात हुई मनीष मल्होत्रा से। सभी लोग दिल्ली से ही हैं या बाहर से भी? कितने लोग दिल्ली के बाहर से हैं? 3-4 लोग हैं। आप अपना हॉस्टल में रहते हैं?
दूसरे में 35-40 बच्चे हैं, 30 ईयर्स में हैं। तो हमने कहा आप आराम लाइव सुनो, क्वेश्चन आंसर नोट करो, सर आके आपसे पूछेंगे। हाँ ठीक है, तो वहाँ इंटरेक्ट कर लेंगे। ठीक है, यहाँ निकल के यहाँ से क्वेश्चन करें। सर आपका कुछ दोस्त बोलना चाहती है बिटिया, तो
Good morning, everyone. Respected Director, Honorable President, esteemed faculty member, distinguished guests, and all our dear students, a very warm welcome to all of you. I am Bhumi Bhardwaj, and it is my pleasure and privilege to welcome you to this special guest lecture organized by Delhi School of Professional Studies and Research. The topic of today's session is global education and career opportunities, making the right choice for your future in a rapidly changing world. Choosing the right education path and career can make a significant difference and who are ready to guide us than an accomplished professional with valuable industry experience. We are extremely honored to have with us our distinguished speaker, Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhattnagar, Chairman of Project Innovation Studios Private Limited. Sir, we are truly grateful for your presence here today. We look forward to learning from your experiences, insights, and words of wisdom. Education is no longer limited to classroom, textbook, or examination. Today, opportunities are global careers are constantly evolving, and the choices we make as students can shape the direction of our professional journey. Today's session will help us think beyond conventional choices and understand how we can identify opportunities, develop the right skill, and make informed decisions about our future. So I encourage everyone to listen carefully, participate actively, and make the most of the wonderful opportunity. On behalf of the entire college community, I extend a very warm welcome to Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhattnagar. So your presence has certainly added a great value to today's event. Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhattnagar is a global business and technology leader with over 25 years of industry experience. Presently member of board of director and advisor to multiple technology companies. Previously served worked as President Lava International, President and board member Aries Communication, having JD with SoftBank with GE with Volkswagen. He worked with Tech Mahindra Sir as the global head for digital enterprise service. He is an international thought leader on digital transformation. He has co-authored the book Enterprise IoT in 2015, launched in Berlin, along with a long-term output Germany. Rishi founder and chairman of the IET IoT panel in India in 2015, which is now IET Future Tech Panel, and he continues to spearhead the future technology, narrating to make India a pioneer in digital solutions, creating a credible global platform and ecosystem for future technology has been his goal. He is the chairman of the CII IoT Summit since 2018 and a member of multiple CII committees.
बस कर यार ऐसे ना
सीनियर शेयर करें ना ग्रुप में बच्चे पढ़ चुके हैं
As a small gesture of our gratitude and appreciation, we would now like to represent
हाँ
a token of love to our esteemed speaker, Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhattnagar. May I request our President Sir to kindly come forward and present the token of love to Dr. Bhattnagar.
हम अगली बार से ना कराइएगा है ना मैं एक मेंटर भी हूँ यहाँ का मेरे लिए कोई स्वागत नहीं अगली बार से ना कराइएगा है ना मैं अपना मान के आया हूँ मैं हुई नहीं मैं गैस हुई नहीं
And now, taking much of your time, it is my honor to invite our esteemed speaker, Dr. Rishi Mohan Bhattnagar, to address us and share his valuable insight on global education and career opportunities. May I request everyone to give our esteemed speaker a huge round of applause.
Thank you very much. This is my second visit to all of you in the last, I think, 1 week. 12th को या 12th को 11th को ही मैं आया था. But that day it was Vyas Puja and the discussion was very different. So what I was telling before, the connection is still going on. So I met a person named Manish Malhotra. Manish in 2004 started a college in Australia. The name of that college is Australian Technical and Management College, ATMC. Earlier it started in a rented building. Now he has his own building and he started that as a complete course. And there are a lot of students coming all over the world, from all over the world, who are studying in that. Mostly in the IT, digital transformation, MBA, that too in Australia. So it's as on day today, there are 18,000 students who have already passed through ATMC in Australia.
So what we both just started talking and discussing that around 1.5 million, 15 lakh students goes out of India to study, and hardly 50,000 students from abroad comes to India to study. But the difference between India and China and Vietnam, Indian students like to go abroad and stay there and work there, whereas the students from China or Vietnam likes to come back and work in their own country. And then we realized that there is a huge change required in the Indian way of teaching so that the students can become more employable. Because everybody wants to do some kind of jobs, but the kind of the way we are talking and we are doing the internships and immersion programs, the need for making students more employable is there. And how to change that is one thing we thought that we should bring some Australian and UK teachers to come and teach here as a faculty trainers. In addition, we thought how can we bring some industry experts and make students learn from the industry experts? And how can we create some kind of center of excellence, some special subjects? Cybersecurity is a buzzword today, artificial intelligence is a buzzword today, investment banking and capital markets is a new thing required. None of the IMs are even teaching about the investment banking and capital markets. So how can we start training our students from a very early time, say when you are in BBA, BCA or BCom, to start studying on these kind of industry-oriented subjects from industry leaders. While we have started these kind of things, we have also thought that there is a need. क्या हुआ? हाँ? Okay. मुझे तो हो जाना चाहिए ना? हाँ जी, पेन ड्राइव में लेके दूसरे में उसी में डाल दीजिए, है ना? So while we have started working on some kind of elective courses for India and how the BBA, BCA, BCom students can start studying those courses, what we realized, because Manish has his own college in Australia. The name of the college is ATMC, Australian Technical and Management College. What we can do, and many of the students really like to go and work abroad and study abroad. Okay, for them, there is a need to pass an exam. They have to get a visa. There's a need to get some kind of credits, and there is a cost attached. For all of those things, we can do first in the second year of ATMC in India while you are continuing with your BBA, BCA, BCom here in this college, in the IP University. And that's what we call as a pathway program. So for students who are doing BCom and BBA, they can go for IT diploma in business management from ATMC. The first year can happen in India. And another thing, while the presentation is getting on, in Australia, the rule is that you have to study for 2 years and then you will get a work visa. Sorry? ये है. इसे ऑन रन, ये आ गई। ये खुली हुई है। चलिए, इसके लिए कोई वो है इसको हिलाने के लिए या? हाँ, फिंगर से करना पड़ेगा यहाँ पर। ठीक है, no, I'll do it, don't worry. No, thank you. चलो यार, presentation भी चल गई. So now this is what I was telling you, that I personally coming from the industry with approximately 3 decades of experience in industry with Tech Mahindra, Lava, American company Aries. Whereas Manish is coming from the Australian Technical and Management College, which is Australia, and he has been to UK, New Zealand, Canada. So all the international academia is what he's bringing. And both of us started this company called Future Innovation Studio with the thought that we are partnering with Federation University in Australia, which is a government university. We are partnering with UWE Bristol and Coventry, and we have a list of other universities which are in UK and Australia as on date. We have more than 100 corporate collaboration. We have a large international and national faculties from industry, and we are creating our own learning management system and our own technology to create the kind of the way we want to teach. We did a complete stakeholder expectations, what the students and the parents are expecting from academia. And if we start thinking in all ways, the international universities really want a lot of students to come to their campuses. But sometimes because of visa and because of some kind of the way the students are skilled in India, they are not able to get a lot of students from India while there are so many aspirants. Okay? So what we started thinking about, how can we create a 3I framework with internationalization, industry and immersion? How can we give a practical experiences to students and bring them to a level where they can start working and thinking in terms of कुछ गड़बड़ हो गई मेरे से. Okay. हाँ, इस पे क्लिक हो गया. So we have a lot of international and Indian industry experts as faculty members who are coming from all over the world to come and teach. Among these, I think Michael, Clements and Russells have already visited this campus last year. Okay. And we are going to bring more and more people to come. And with all this kind of thought, we thought of giving 4 service offerings from Future. First, how can we get capacity development with creating a center of excellence, research commercialization, design thinking, and international faculty development programs. So how can we do that? And Michael, Clemens and Russell, both of them visited this campus last year. Michael Clemens came to talk to the faculty and see how can we bring the change in the pedagogy, the way they teach and the kind of tools they use. And Russell came because most of the time people are thinking about a new idea, but how to commercialize it is something which they are lacking. So he tried to help. Then we also do something called a product X and curriculum integration. So we have been able to create number of 6 weeks kind of courses in AI, data science, data security, investment banking, capital markets, so on and so forth, which students can do for a 6 weeks period. And then we also have a pathway kind of program. If you have an idea, how can we help you to start a startup and create a pitch which you can present in front of a CEO and ask for some kind of investments. Then we have a joint degree program and PGP, postgraduate program. So in LNCT in Bhopal, we have already started BBA and MBA, with specialization in investment banking and capital market. And that's what we are currently running there. And but this is today I want to discuss more about the pathway and go abroad. Because most of the students, many of the students in India like to see how they can go abroad and work and study. But due to some kind of financial challenges, some kind of visa problems, some kind of tests that are required, they are unable to get that. But what we can do, because we are already having ATMC of Australia, we can help you in building a global career with industry experts. I just want to start with this. So as I told you, that in Australia the rule is that you have to study for 2 years to get a work visa. That means the first year you can study in India from ATMC. The kind of diploma you will get in Australia, the same you get in India, but the price point of India. In UK, the rule is if you study there for 12 months, then you get a work visa. That means the 2 years you can study in India. ATMC's certificates or ATMC's diplomas, the whole credit is available both in UK and in Australia. And we are currently working tie-up in New Zealand as well as in Canada, as well as in other countries, US, so that the same credit will be available there. ATMC as an organization is 21-year-old with 18,000 graduates worldwide. It has 10 plus countries and campuses, and 100 plus 10 top companies have given employments to the students who have been working, who have studied from there. So the way things will move, if we want to start in this, the students will have to enroll for that. All those who will enroll, they will go through a portfolio of real work, internships in Indian companies, employment network, and career-ready skills. They'll get the corporate projects, technology and IT projects. They will get trained in analytics and finance, entrepreneurship, and they'll get more, I say, employable if they want to stay in India, with an additional certificate or degree, diploma from an Australian organization. If you want to go to UK, you can study 2 years with ATMC in India, and then you can apply for a visa, and then you can go abroad in UK. We already have partnership with UWE Bristol and Coventry, and we are working with other universities also. Both of them are government universities. Okay. Then in case you want to go to Australia, you can build your career first year in India, prepare yourself. So many times after 12, students are preparing for visa and they spend a year before they get a visa and get them approved for the Australia. Instead of wasting that 1 year, you're already doing it and you're studying here in India with Australia. And in both the cases, there is something called IELTS to begin. There is no need for that because you're already in India and you can do it from ATMC. No separate entrance exam required. Rolling intakes, so it's not that today only you have to take admission on SIP. We can make it every month, you can enroll. And the last thing is the transition fee only after the visa is granted. So it's not that if you won't get a visa, you have already paid money. Okay, your main money, that is also a kind of facility which we are giving. So it becomes affordable. I'll show you how the return on investment comes. It will give you an exposure of global exposure and career, not only in India. If you want to go abroad and work, you'll get that access as well. While studying, you will get access to and knowledge about all these kind of technology tools. The number of industry partners which we have in India, I'm already told you that I'm board of directors and invested in around 15 companies. So people will get internship and live projects in those companies. So it will be a new thing and something you can get an exposure. So with the ATMC as a Australia partner, Future as an India company, we'll be in a position to give you access to software tools, business strategy, digital marketing things, cybersecurity, data analytics, enterprise and finance with the industry experts and exposure. Now coming to the actual, there are two kind of courses people can engage into. First is called Diploma in Information Technology. You can get a specialization in cybersecurity or AI or any other things like digital transformation. There are these 20 units which you are supposed to pass in 1 year. Okay. The kind of mode is online and blended. Blended means you have an online courses available, but you can also, there will be some faculty, some kind of sessions in which you can interact with people directly, and there are people who will come to the campus. In 1 year, you have to pass these 20 for each and every subject. It's approximately 60 hours unit, but it includes some kind of assignment, some kind of project, some kind of discussions. So in all, you have to spend additional 7 to 8 hours a week if you go enroll for this. So in addition to what you are doing as a BBA, BCA from IPU University, from DSPSR, you can have this additional thing. After 1 year, you will get a diploma, 1 year diploma, which is like your CBSE board result is applicable all over India. Similarly, the 1 credits which you're going to get from here are eligible for both Australia and UK. Okay. So after 1 year, you can either go to Australia for 2 years. Okay. And the kind of fees which is there for Australia right now in India will be 3,900 Australian dollar, which is approximately 2,60,000 rupees for a year. But because I am in DSPSR, I'll discuss with sir and see what kind of further discounts we can give to students here. But this is what the normal price which we charge. The last batch which we started was on 15th February 2026. Next batch is expected to start in October, November time frame. That's how we keep on rolling. Okay. In case you are in business, there is a diploma of business, which is there with 12 different units. There are 12 different units you have to pass in 1 year, and after that you will get a 1 year of ATC's diploma in business management. Again, repeating that, after 1 year, if you want to go to Australia for 2 years, you can go to Australia. If you want to do the second year in India, you can do the second year in India, and then go for third year in UK. Okay. The kind of fees, I didn't show that, okay. The kind of fees that is charged in United Kingdoms, in Coventry, is 19,850 pounds per year for one of the BSc course. And for the Bristol, that's 16,000 pounds per year. And for Federation University, it is 36,000 Australian dollar per year. Okay. So if you go there, you will pay much. But if you spend 1 year here, you're not paying for your stay, travel costs in 1 year, and you are paying this much fee. And the same thing what you'll get in Australia or in UK, you can get in India at around 3,900 price Australian dollar. That's the kind of thing, but we'll discuss with the sir, and whatever sir will say, that's the kind of price that can be given to DSPSR students who will enroll. There are business degrees. Bristol, UW Bristol is among the top universities there, and the kind of price is already shown. This is Coventry. Then so an international problem solving. So what we are trying to do is the second year you're going to do in India, it will be more of a problem solving, not only just studies. And we also have those kind of subjects which are there as modules for second year in India if you want to do that. Then we try to do a return on investment kind of thing. Okay. So if you go to UK, say in UWE Bristol, and you're spending for your 3 years in India around this much price, but in addition you're doing the ATNC's pathway, and you spend another say £1,000 per year. And when you go to the final year in Bristol, you pay £16,000 per annum. And because you're going to go and stay there, you're going to spend another say 8,000. So your total spend is for 25,000. But the first year when you go there, you will be allowed to work 20 hours a week. Okay. As a result, the kind of jobs which you can do, you can earn around £10,000, and after third year, you will be allowed to work there for 18 months period with £33,000 is the minimum money which you can get, and that means your total return is £43,000. So you have spent around 25,000, and you will be able to earn because of visa and things around 43,000. And it's the same thing we're going to see in Australia. This is what I really want to show. The kind of jobs you all can get in India if you want to continue with cybersecurity, data analytics, investment banking, capital markets. The kind of jobs to start with are in the range of say 5 lakh rupees to 15 lakhs. But in case of UK or Australia, well, they'll pay in Australian dollars and pounds, which will be good jobs. That's the kind of thought which we have. We really wanted to say that, in addition to what you're doing in IP with IP University and DSPSR, you can have an additional international degree. And if you want to go abroad, that's kind of option you can avail. Okay. If you have any question, I'll be able to answer. I'll try to answer. I have with me, I'm sorry, I didn't introduce, Rashi with me. Rashi looks after the complete Go Abroad and Pathway kind of program with us. And I also, Karan Singh is also with us. He's a partner for immersion programs. He's running an organization called Kashti. So any kind of international travels, go abroad, and even in India, like travel to ISRO visits or any kind of adventure and study trips, they are the people who are our partners. If you have any questions, I'll be very happy to answer. And if you really want to think for a while and then you want to have another time for us to talk to you, we have the International Development Center here in your building. At least once a week, somebody will sit here and will be happy to answer your questions. But I really wanted to give you these kind of options so that you are aware that this is another option while you are studying in DSPSR. You can also aware. कोई क्वेश्चन है? क्वेश्चन पूछो कोई भी.
आप तो पहले से प्लानिंग है आपकी. इससे कर रहे हो ना, इसलिए दीजिए कुछ तो कर पाएगा.
लो बोलो बोलो ध्यान से.
जो आपने बताया उसमें मेरे को क्वेश्चन जिन आपकी यूनिवर्सिटी से बात करना है तो वहाँ पे बीबीए का भी ऑप्शन होगा एंड एक अदर जो भी रिलेटेड
उनके जितने कोर्सेज हैं उनके नाम मैंने लिखे हुए थे. मैं ये प्रेजेंटेशन आपको दे जाऊंगा. ठीक है. जैसे कि कोवेंट्री यूनिवर्सिटी में बीए इन इंटरनेशनल बिजनेस, बीए इन ग्लोबल बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट, बीए इन एडवर्टाइजिंग एंड डिजिटल मार्केटिंग, बीबीए इन बिजनेस एडमिनिस्ट्रेशन, इस तरह से उनके कोर्सेज हैं. ठीक है. एक बार और आप वेबसाइट पे देखेंगी तो आपके रेलिवेंट जो भी होंगे कोर्सेज उसके आपको लिस्ट मिल जाएगी. इस तरह से UW ब्रिस्टल में बीए ऑनर्स अकाउंटिंग एंड बिजनेस मैनेजमेंट एंड इकोनॉमिक्स, ऐसे सारे कोर्सेज अवेलेबल हैं. जो आपने यहाँ किया है वही वहां पर उसके क्रेडिट आपके यूज हो जाएंगे. ठीक है. तो इसलिए आपको वो फर्क नहीं, मतलब आपने यहाँ पर 1 साल किया तो आपको 1 साल से सेकंड ईयर में आप जाओगे. वहां यहाँ पर जो आपको सर्टिफिकेट ATMC से मिलेगा वो एलिजिबल रहेगा. ये कोवेंट्री यूनिवर्सिटी के अंदर कुछ कोर्सेज हैं, ये यूडब्ल्यू ब्रिस्टल के और फेडरलिटी के, ये मैनेजमेंट वाले हैं। और इससे पहले जो मैंने दिखाया था, इसके अंदर बीएससी इन एथिकल हैकिंग एंड साइबर सिक्योरिटी, बीएससी इन कंप्यूटर साइंस, बीएससी इन साइबर सिक्योरिटी, बीएससी इन कंप्यूटर साइंस, इस तरह से सारे आईटी मैनेजमेंट के कोर्सेज आईटी के लिए हैं। तो इस तरह के कोर्सेज दोनों ही सभी यूनिवर्सिटीज में अवेलेबल हैं। द गुड पार्ट इज कि जो एटीएमसी का आप 1 साल या 2 साल यहाँ करके जाएंगे, उसमें आपको वहां रिपीट नहीं करना है। आप वहां से 2 साल करेंगे तो 3rd ईयर में जाएंगे, या 1 साल करेंगे तो वहां 2nd ईयर में जाएंगे, और आपको 1 साल वहां की जो फीस है वो यहाँ पर से बच जाएगी। ठीक है, तो जो $19,850, $36,000 फेडरेशन यूनिवर्सिटी का है, वो आपको $3,900 ऑस्ट्रेलियन डॉलर्स में यहाँ पर हो रहा है, जिसको फर्दर हम सर्किट डिसाइड करेंगे। कोई और क्वेश्चन है किसी का?
नहीं सर, हाइट में तो गुड मॉर्निंग सर, गुड मॉर्निंग सर। सो मतलब मेरा क्वेश्चन थोड़ा ऑफ टॉपिक है।
हाँ, ऑफ टॉपिक है।
I want to like मेरे को इंटरनेशनल करियर बनाना है while studying। तो नॉर्मली जॉब्स के लिए प्रोजेक्ट्स वगैरह और अलग से बनाते हैं, रेज्यूमे बनाते हैं। अब जैसे जिस तरह से आपने मेरे को बताया, मैंने बताया सबको, तो हम इंटरनेशनली कैसे हम शुरू कर सकते हैं? क्योंकि ऑब्वियसली नेशनल से तो थोड़ा अलग तरीके रोड मैप वगैरह कुछ।
हाँ, मतलब जो ये वाली स्लाइड मैंने दिखाई थी, सॉरी, तो इस स्लाइड में मैंने दिखाया था कि जो भी स्टूडेंट्स एनरोल करेंगे उनको हम जो है इंटर्नशिप दिलवाएंगे ही, इंटरनेशनल फैकल्टी के साथ एक्सपोजर होगा। एक यूके में हमारे एक लेडी है, उसका नाम एमिली है, शी विल स्टार्ट टॉकिंग टू दोज पीपल ऑन कम्युनिकेशन स्किल्स, इंग्लिश स्किल्स, so that they can interact. तो corporate projects, technology and IT projects, analytics and finance project, entrepreneurship, career ready skills, ये सभी के ऊपर उन स्टूडेंट्स के साथ we always start working. Okay? While you are in India, you will get an internship. You'll start interacting with some kind of foreigner faculty members, some trainers who will start working with you, and we'll also assist students on their visa part also. तो वो सब चीजें शुरू हो जाएंगी. So you will get a practical experience live working in the companies. तो इंटर्नशिप वगैरह हम लोग करवाएंगे. और बताओ. खुद को करना पड़ेगा, तो आपको जो अपने लिए अप्लाई करना पड़ेगा किसी इंटर्नशिप के लिए, है ना. एज एन इंडिविजुअल को कोई फैकल्टी वहां पर से ट्रेनिंग देने आएगा ऐसा मुझे नहीं लगता, है ना. तो अगर आप खुद से करेंगे तो आप सीधा ही अगर गो अब्रॉड के लिए जाना चाहते हैं तो यू हैव टू अप्लाई फॉर दोज यूनिवर्सिटीज, यू हैव टू पास सर्टेन एग्जामिनेशंस. तो जो एक मैंने चीज दिखाई थी यहाँ पर, एक आईलेट्स का करना पड़ेगा आपको एक सेपरेट एंट्रेंस एग्जाम देना पड़ेगा, आपको एक उनका जो टाइम फ्रेम होगा कि इस दिन तक आपको करना पड़ेगा, ये करना होगा, उसको उस रोलिंग इनटेक्स में जाना पड़ेगा, और आपको जो है मतलब फीस जमा करनी पड़ेगी रिस्पेक्टिव ऑफ कि आपको वीजा मिला या नहीं मिला. उसके बाद अगर आपका वीजा रिजेक्ट हो जाता है तो आपको एक अलग तरीके के ट्रांजेक्शन में आना पड़ेगा. ठीक है, नहीं गारंटी तो वीजा का कोई भी नहीं दे सकता, सो डोंट टेक दैट कि हम कोई गारंटी दे सकते हैं वीजा का. आई डोंट वांट टू लाई ऑन दैट. ठीक है, मगर क्या होगा कि क्योंकि आप पहला साल ऑस्ट्रेलिया के एक ऑर्गेनाइजेशन के साथ डिप्लोमा कर ही रहे हैं, कर चुके हैं, तो द प्रोबेबिलिटी ऑफ यू गेटिंग द वीजा विल बी हायर. एंड बिकॉज यू आर ऑलरेडी एनरोलिंग विद द पब्लिक यूनिवर्सिटीज देयर, getting loan for your study is also the probability is much higher, है ना. तो अगर आप ये सोचें कि मैं कहता हूँ सबको वीजा दिलवा दूंगा, तो वीजा नहीं दिलवाने के लिए गारंटी है. But the probability for you to get a visa, because you are already enrolled and you are doing and you are already having a first year degree, first year diploma from an Australian organization, college, that will make the probability of you getting the visa higher.
Working on the visa file from the time.
Yeah. So our organization will also help in the visa enrollment and visa facilitation. कोई और क्वेश्चन है?
Good morning, sir. What are the skills we need to work abroad or study abroad?
No. Okay. तो Tanisha, skills required to study abroad. Okay, that's something more like communication skills, and your graduation, your 12th exams.
Yes.
That's enough for you to study there. But to learn and understand the kind of pedagogy, it's better if you go and. That's what we are thinking in terms of giving 1 year, because the way the teaching happens there, students are more into the practical knowledge and thinking about problem solving rather than the way we in India study, in which passing the exam becomes more important. Okay, so that's the kind of thing which we are going to do in the first year. Then the second question was the job market. The job market currently, as I said, is more into cybersecurity, digital transformation, artificial intelligence, and in terms of the management side, it is more into the investment banking and capital markets. Okay, these are the areas where there are more jobs expected. The kind of trends which are there right now are showing that in the management side, there will be more merger and acquisition, there will be more venture capitalists, there will be more startups, there will be more wealth management. So investment banking, capital market, merger and acquisition, these are the kind of knowledge that will be required for most of the management side people. And the students who are going for the technical side, cyber security, artificial intelligence, robotics, these are the kind of skills that will be required.
So how can we prepare ourselves from now for studying or working abroad?
Okay. See, I am giving you an option like pathway program for future. If you want to enroll, this is very good for you. We will going to help you and we are going to work with you on getting that. As he asked, if you want to do it individually, then you need to see who can train you, who can be your mentor. Okay? Because if you enroll with future, we are working towards getting you the internships. We are working towards getting you the foreign faculty members, and we are working towards giving you that certificate from the first year after you pass these examination and study. That will get you the visa. That can help you to get you the visa. Okay. If you want to do it on your own, I honestly don't know the answer, because getting a person who can provide you that kind of support, I don't know. Okay. Thank you. किसी और के बाद कोई क्वेश्चन है? राशि, आप कुछ कहना चाहते हैं क्या? कुछ ऐड करना चाहते हैं? ठीक है ना? एक बार दूसरे घूमने में जाना चाहता हूँ, है ना? चलो, थैंक यू वेरी मच.
आप लोगों से लिंक भी शेयर होगा, तो आप वहाँ पे जो भी क्वेश्चन आंसर होंगे whatever you are having that contact, you can ask. तो शेयर होगा.
थैंक यू. कहाँ पर हैं? इसमें? क्या हाल है? ठीक हो? यहाँ सेकेंड ईयर थर्ड ईयर के स्टूडेंट्स हैं? यहाँ प्रेजेंटेशन दिख रही थी? नहीं? ओके. अच्छा, कुछ सुनाई दे रहा था? रिलैक्स, बैठो बैठो. कुछ सुनाई दे रहा था? हाँ ना. यहाँ पर प्रेजेंटेशन लगा सकते हैं क्या? कुछ सुनाई दे रहा था? हाँ ना. देखो, मैं पूछ लूंगा क्या सुना, है ना? फिर सब फंस जाएंगे, है ना? कितने लोग बीबीए में हैं? बीबीए के कितने स्टूडेंट्स हैं? कितने बीकॉम में हैं? और कितने बीसीए में बाकी बचे, है ना? तो क्या कौन से ईयर के हैं? थर्ड ईयर या सेकेंड ईयर? सेकेंड एंड थर्ड। ओके। हाँ, तो क्या करियर के बारे में सोचा है? आप क्या करेंगे? बीबीए के बाद क्या करना है और बीकॉम के बाद? कुछ अभी तक डिसाइड हुआ है, नहीं हुआ, या अभी थॉट प्रोसेस ही चल रहा है? कोई है ऐसा जिसके सोचता है कि मैं अपना कुछ स्टार्टअप स्टार्ट करूंगा, कोई आइडिया लेके कुछ बड़ा काम करके आएंगे? चलो ठीक है। तो what I was telling them in that room, my name is Dr. Rishimon Bhatnagar and I was the global head for digital business for Tech Mahindra, which was $500 million portfolio with around 30,000 people reporting into my organization. Then I was a CEO for an American company called Aries Communication, and then I was heading Lava International and manufacturing mobiles. Currently, I am board member for around 15 companies, invested in many startups, and I mentor a lot of startups and being part of the even listed companies. Last year, I met Manish Malhotra, and then we realized, and Manish is good. मेरा लैपटॉप है, इसमें नहीं गिरना चाहिए। नहीं थोड़ा इधर करते हैं, कीबोर्ड रखते हैं। Manish started his own college in Australia called ATNC, Australian Technical and Management College. Since 2004, that college exists, and now they have the. And Manish later on went to London, Singapore. A total around 2.5 decades of international academic experience. Okay. So when he was running, or he is running the ATMC, a lot of students from India, Vietnam, Sri Lanka, everybody globally used to come to Australia and study. So what we realized that how can we bring these campuses to India, and how the students here in India can study the way they are taught in Australia. Okay. So ATMC as a institute, okay, before going to that, in Australia, the rule is that you have to study there for 2 years before you can get a work visa. And if you want to go to UK, in UK you have to study there for 12 months, 1 year, before you get a work visa. Because ATMC is a recognized college in Australia, we thought if we can say that you can study for 1 year and 2 years in India from ATMC, then you will get the same degree or same diploma what you get after a year or 2 years in Australia. Okay? And that's what we have started, and that is what we are calling as pathways. So not only the internationalization, we are working towards how can we bring industry leaders and how can we give real-time problem-solving immersion programs to the students. Okay, so we have this 3I framework, that how can we bring international faculties here in India to study and to teach students. How can we work with industry leaders to come and talk about the industry problems and how they solve it, and how can we have the practical experience for the student, because these are the 3 things which are lacking in the Indian academia: industry experience, practical experience, and international experience. And all these 3 things is what we are trying to bring through this organization. And the very big difference between the way we study in India and the way that we are taught in UK, Europe, US or Australia is it is not only learn. Here we have more time, most of the time are learning. And we are not trying to solve the real time problems. But we are also adding another way is not only solve, but also you should be pitching in front of the CEOs. So learn, then solve a real time problem, and then also pitch in front of people with whom you can get some more guidance or you can get some funding to start your own organization if you want to. Out of these, Michael Clemens and Russell, they have already visited your campus last year. लास्ट ईयर इसी साल आए होंगे है ना लास्ट बैच लास्ट academic year. They all already visited. So we are having a tie of many of such kind of senior industry or faculty academicians from all over the world who can come here and teach. Two have already come and already spent time with all of you. Okay. So we thought of capacity building programs, product techs, joint degree programs, and the pathway and go abroad. But this pathway and go abroad is something which I really want to discuss with all of you. So that you can think about your global career with industry experts. So before going, we have partnership with UWE Bristol in UK. We have partnership with Coventry University in UK. And we have Federation University in Australia. They all three of them are government universities. That means if anybody wants to go there, they can also avail the loans in India. Getting a loan will be easy. You can do some technology degree options in cybersecurity and cloud, AI, data and computing, software and digital transformation. In case you are trying to do business degree options, you can do business management and leadership, marketing and international business, and finance, HR, and business analytics. So if you want to go to say Australia, you can do 1 year here in India and then go for second year and third year because whatever degree or whatever certificate you will get from ATMC is applicable there. So you are not spending the amount of dollars you are supposed to spend in Australia when you study in the first year. I'll show you the return on investment kind of slide which we have prepared. And if you want to go to UK, you can do 2 years in India and straight away go to the third year in any of the UK universities. And that's, is what we call as a pathway program. So any student who's going to enroll with us, and we already have around 18,000 students passed from ATMC. It's not that it's a new college as something. So any students who are going to enroll with us will go through not only the internship programs, international faculty members coming and talking, some kind of real-time problems. But they'll also be assisted for any visa kind of things required. And they can do analytics, they can AI, corporate projects, live projects, and they can become more employable in India because they have already done these kind of things. If you want to go to UK, you study 2 years here, and then you can go to UK. And if you want to study for 1 year here and then 2 years, you can go and study in Australia. In this particular case, there is something called IELTS. You don't have to pass that. You don't have to give any entrance exam. You don't have to worry about the rolling time frame. That this time is a session starting. You have to be there because ATMC we can do it in multiple areas. And you will. I'm saying this again that we are not guaranteeing that you will get a visa. Okay, but the probability of you getting a visa will be coming higher. And secondly, if you apply for a university in Australia or UK, you will have to pay irrespective of whether you have received a visa or not. If you won't get a visa, then you will get into a different kind of transaction. Here, while you are studying in India, you will pay a nominal fee, and then if you get the visa, then you pay the rest. That means you are moving out of any kind of financial risk as well. And then you will become international global employability. You learn these kind of tools. You can get internships. Most of these companies are my invested companies, and That's the kind of thing we can do. So what will happen for the BCA students? These are 20 different topics. This presentation is not coming well here. So these are the 20 different units which you will have to pass. Okay. For each and every unit is around 60 hours, videos, assessment, assignments, some kind of interactions. That means you will have to spend somewhere around 7 to 8 hours a week in addition to what you are currently spending. Okay. You can continue studying it here or from your home or from any other center. And the kind of fee, it's not coming well, it's 12 months. It will be online and some kind of interactive classes. The fees is around 3,900 Australian dollars, which is approximately 2,60,000 rupees in a year to get into all these 20 different units in a year. After doing these 20 units in India, you will be spending 3,900 Australian dollar, but we are working with DSPSR to see what further discounts can be given to the students who are coming from here. Okay. After getting, for each and every pass, if you pass this, if you pass this, if you pass this, if you pass this, you'll keep on getting a certificate for every pass. But once you pass all these 20, you will get a certificate that will complete your 1 year in Australia. And that 1 year Australia credit will be applicable both in Australia for any college. If you don't want to go to ATMC, it's not that the ATMC says my first year kiya India mein, then you are allowed to only go to ATMs. No. Our certificate is like CBSE board exam certificate. You can go to any university. Similarly, for all UK as well as Australian universities, you are eligible. Our partnership with Coventry Federation and UWE Bristol. That is something which we are signing for more. It's not that the others will not recognize. It is already recognized with everybody. So again this slide is not coming well for BBA students. These are 12 different units which they have to pass to get the first year completion for their diploma of BBA for Australia. The kind of fee which is there in Coventry is approximately 18,000 something pounds per year. In Bristol is 16,000. In Australia Federation University, it is 36,000 Australian dollars. Okay. So what I'm saying is that in 36,000 Australian dollars plus the kind of money you're going to spend in your stay in Australia for 1 year. Instead of that, you continue staying in India with your family, wherever you are staying, and you will pay 3,900 Australian dollars in 1 year. And with no risk of agar visa nahi aaya to kya hoga. Okay. And we are saying that with this DSPSR, we are working towards seeing what additional benefits we can give and discounts we can give. Same kind of thing, Bristol University, the kind of courses you can get into Coventry and Federation. And so we are working towards giving how can you become internationally employable. Again, this slide is not coming well, but we really tried to do some mathematics on the return on investment. So if you study 1 year in India or 2 years in India, you will be spending some money in India, which is on the top, and then for the third year you go to Bristol and study. You spend some around the other dollars, which is $16,000, but you will be going and staying there also. That means additional $8,000. So your total spend, if you want to go to Australia, is somewhere around $25,000. Pound, not dollars. Okay, pounds. But what is the return? So you have the first year when you go, you are allowed to work for 20 hours a week. Okay, for to help your study. That will give you somewhere around say 10,000 pounds in that year. But after spending 1 year in UK, you will be allowed to work there for additional 18 months work visa. The minimum kind of salary which you will get is somewhere around say $22,000 pounds per year. That means for 18 months, it will be around 33,000 pounds for that 18 months. Okay, and so that means you will be getting somewhere around say 43,000 pounds. Okay, that means you are spending 25 and you are getting 43, and so the overall return on investment also looks good with lesser risk. Okay. In case I go to Australia, that means I will spend 1 year in India and then 2 years in Australia. Then my return on investment, my total spent is around $109,000 Australian dollars, but my return is around 160,000 US Australian dollar. So in both this way, we have done some comparisons. Okay, we'll be leaving this presentation in the campus here, and there is an international development center or of space which you already have. We'll start working towards getting at least one person a week in that office, so that in case there is any query, you can ask. I have with me Rashi. She is the head for our pathway and go abroad program, and I also have Karan with me. Karan is, both of them are in Delhi, and Karan is our the immersion programs partner. He runs his own organization called Kashti, and he's a partner for all kind of immersion, national and international. So this is where we are, and we have our own learning management platform on which we'll be making people learn. So you will be getting access, and all the operational things can happen. This is what the thought is. We thought that while we have already started such kind of programs in many universities, but DSPSR is very loving for us. Ajay ji is a good friend. He's like an elder brother to me. So we thought we should give some options to you, and we'll be working towards what kind of pricing we can have, especially for DSPSR. If you have any thoughts, any questions, you can ask me. Yeah.
Good morning, sir. I'm Sneha from BCom third semester, second year. So my question is little different from what you said, but it's related to everything. So my education comes under new education policy, which says that if I want to pursue BCom honors, it will take me 4 years, and if I want to pursue BCom, it will take me 3 years. So if I withdraw in third year, I'll only get the BCom rate. And if I want to go for my further studies, for an MBA in UK, US, or anywhere, will my BCom, will I be getting, if I'll be getting BCom degree or BCom honors degree, both will affect my MBA or not?
Come again, sorry.
So it's like, I want to pursue my MBA, okay? And if I withdraw my degree in third year, I'll get a degree of BCom only, not honors, okay? So will it affect my MBA or not?
In India or abroad?
Abroad.
Okay. So there is a 3-year bachelor's required. So to my knowledge, your BCom 3 years will make you eligible for MBA abroad.
Will it make any difference, like if I do BCom honors or BCom?
I personally don't think. I'm not an expert in this, but my personal thought is, if you have some kind of experiences in the industry, internships, there are many other criteria which each and every university will have. They'll ask you to write a paper, you'll have an interview, you'll have to go through all those cycles, and then if you are selected, then you'll get that. Okay. Okay. So that's what is there. The only thing which I will say is that what we are trying to provide is something which you can do something here in India while you are studying in India and getting a degree from abroad. Okay. And that will give you help in terms of reducing the cost. Secondly, the probability of getting the visa will improve. Yeah. Okay. Thank you. Anybody else?
Anybody else? Any question?
चलो ठीक है जी. Thank you very much. Nice seeing you.